All right, now let's talk about how to seed in 2Timer. It really could not be easier at this point. So I've got a meet here called test meet, and I'm going to back out of test meet for a minute, just go back to our home. And I want to point you to this on the kind of home screen here. We have a meet database. We also have this seeding menu here. And this gives us some built-in profiles, which are essentially the rules for a lot of common organizations. So depending on what makes the most sense for you, you can just go ahead and use that as your rule set. Or you also have the opportunity to clone it, and you can actually start with this as a base, but you can customize this and change the rules to your own liking. And when you do that, it's going to, I'll just save it down here, and you can see I have a copy here. I can rename this or whatever I need to do. And so now I have my own custom profile. So you have that option where you can get that just the way you like it, even make it your favorite, which becomes the default for new meets. So anyway, you do have that seating profiles on the global level. And then when you get into the meet itself, just to point out on the setup tab here, it will automatically be your default seating profile, but you can change that to whatever you want to change it to. So you can choose to do something different if you wanted to do it on that meet level. So now when I go over to the seating tab within that meet, I've already got my entries here and all these different events, and all these events are unseated. I can just choose here to seed all, and if I did that, it's going to seed every single meet selected. Alternatively, I can check a couple meets events if I want to do this one at a time, and they would be just seeding those that are selected, or that you can check them all that way. Or you can filter only by a certain genre if you want to do that, and as you can see now it says seed 8. So you can kind of do it however you want. Some people like to kind of do it in small batches and then check. I mean, just to show you one more option, I can also go into like the 100-meter run here, 100-meter dash here, and I see all my entries here. If I wanted to, I could just manually drag these in here, where I could click reseed round. It puts them in the proper heats. I can move them around. So I can do this all manually if I want to. That's totally up to you. I could do save and next and go to the next event and so forth and so on. But typically people don't want to go one by one. They just want to get it done as quickly as possible and then maybe review and make changes if they want. So for that, I'm just going to click seed all eligible. And it's going to apply those seeding rules to every single event in this meet. And so now if I go to entries, you see everybody is seated into their proper sections and lanes. And it was as easy as that. Hope that makes sense to you, and let me know if you have any questions.